The global space economy is exploding, and two companies are racing to dominate the launch industry. But the real competition between Rocket Lab and SpaceX may only be beginning, because the future of the space economy may depend on how this battle unfolds. For decades, launching satellites into orbit was slow and incredibly expensive. But over the last 15 years, private companies have completely changed the economics of spaceflight. The ability to launch payloads into orbit is one of the foundational capabilities of the modern space industry. Satellites used for communications, navigation, weather monitoring, and Earth observation all depend on reliable launch systems to reach orbit. Historically, launching spacecraft required extremely large rockets and government-led programs, which made access to space both expensive and limited. But over the past 2 decades, private companies have begun transforming the launch industry by developing new rocket technologies and more efficient production systems. One of the most notable companies in this new generation of launch providers is Rocket Lab. Founded in 2006, the company focuses on launching small satellites into orbit using its Electron rocket. Unlike traditional large launch vehicles designed to carry massive payloads, Electron was built specifically to support the rapidly growing market for small satellites. This approach allows Rocket Lab to offer dedicated launches for missions that might otherwise need to wait for space on larger rockets. As the number of satellites being deployed continues to increase, companies like Rocket Lab are helping reshape how access to space is delivered. While Rocket Lab focuses on launching smaller payloads with dedicated missions, other companies have taken a different approach to the launch market. One of the most prominent players in this industry is SpaceX. SpaceX operates the Falcon 9 rocket, a much larger launch vehicle designed to carry heavier payloads and support a wide range of missions. A key difference between these companies is scale. Falcon 9 launches can carry dozens of satellites at once, allowing SpaceX to deploy large constellations such as the Starlink network. Rocket Lab specializes in smaller, more targeted launches. This allows satellite operators to place their spacecraft into specific orbits without waiting for a shared mission. Both strategies play important roles in the expanding space economy, supporting the growing demand for satellite deployment. As the number of satellites being deployed into orbit continues to grow, the importance of reliable and flexible launch services is increasing. Lower launch costs and more frequent missions allow satellite operators to deploy new systems more quickly and replace aging spacecraft more efficiently. Companies like Rocket Lab and SpaceX are helping expand access to space, enabling new communications networks, Earth observation platforms, and scientific missions. This growing launch capacity is becoming a critical part of the broader space economy, supporting the infrastructure that many modern technologies now depend on. As launch technology continues to advance, the barriers to reaching orbit are steadily decreasing. The result is a rapidly expanding ecosystem of satellites, services, and companies operating in space. Rocket Lab represents one example of how new launch providers are helping reshape access to orbit. And as the demand for satellite infrastructure continues to grow, the role of launch companies will become increasingly important. This is Event Horizon Research.